Hey guys, this is Toy Tony and I'm back with another video. And according to a lot of my viewers, you guys want to see more toys. So we're doing a bunch of toys in this video. And the good thing about it is I got all of these toys at a garage sale. The crazy thing is it's from 2 generations at least of kids. But anyway, we're going to show you the things I picked up, and I hope you enjoy. If you see something for some reason that I don't talk about or you want to know more about, please send me a message and make sure to like and subscribe if you like this channel, because we're going to try to do more toy videos, and I'll let you know. You guys are the ones that are going to have to let me know if I'm doing what you want me to do. So anyway, I picked all of these toys up at one sale, and it shocked me because you don't get this type of a toy sale all the time anymore. And when I walked in and saw some of the stuff laying in the tubs, I was totally freaked out. I literally was totally freaked out. One of the first things I saw when I walked in to this sale was this. That's right, a Final 17, a Man-O-Man laying on the top of a tub. And I went, holy moly, this is a crazy sale. And I remember the lady asked me, she said, do you want me to move the tubs out of the way and you just look at other things? I go, no ma'am, I'm gonna take all the tubs. And so I took all the tubs, and this is just part of it. So we started with the Man-O-Man because he's just so cool. I figured I'd start with that, but I picked up this, like I said, Final 17, a Man-O-Man. I also picked up a number of other Star Wars figures. You know, I mean, how many people love Snaggletooth? If it was a blue Snaggletooth, we'd really be going crazy, but it's still a Snaggletooth. I got a Gamorrean Guard. I picked up a Leia. She's kind of beat up, but she looks kind of cool. And there's even a Rancor Keeper here without his cool little headpiece. But anyway, these are Star Wars figures, original Star Wars figures that I picked up at a sale 2 weeks ago. Besides the Star Wars figures, there were superpowers. This one's unique because somehow this kid was able to put a flash arm onto Aquaman. I don't know how he was able to do that. I know I've tried to put different arms and legs on these superpowers figures, and I haven't been very successful, but he'll stay in my collection as a Flash Aquaman or something like that. But anyway, he's kind of cool. Besides that, we got some Ninja Turtles. Here's the Rat King, and he's holding Genghis Frog's shield. And of course, we've got He-Man. There's a Zodak with his gun. And there is actually, here you go, there's a Fisto, and he has a chest piece, which makes him really cool to me, because basically if you had a sword, you'd have a really almost complete figure. I think it would be complete. And again, I'm just picking stuff up, so I may end up missing something because I still freak out just pulling all this stuff out and looking at it. Look at this. Police Academy handcuffs. I had my hands in them and I was walking around, and I think my wife was gonna slap me over the head with them. But they're like really cool, original Police Academy handcuffs. Oh, another Star Wars piece that we could all love together. It's Jabba the Hutt. Moving on from some of this stuff, we've got this one, it was Supernatural. I think this was Supernatural, and I loved a number of the lines back then had holographic images in them, and today some of them look good and then some of them have just kind of deteriorated. But anyway, here's another old figure. Gotta love a little Transformers in there. I know these are usually the ones you find when you find Transformers, because these are those auto flip, I think, and but that's fine. It's a Transformer. I picked a Transformer up. Again,
I think it's Twin Twist.
Twin Twist. Okay, over here we've got another Master of the Universe piece that was in there, Modulock. And I don't think he has all his pieces, but it looks like he has most of them. So that's pretty cool to get a Modulock. Usually when you find Modulock, it's like 2 or 3 pieces. I've been doing that for years. I've got a box that says Modulock parts. So anyway, we've got Modulock. Let's not forget about this cool GoBot that was in there. And if any of y'all see something and want to chime in and tell me more about it, please do. We're jumping ahead over here. We've got a Terminator car and an exoskeleton is in there. Hasta la vista, baby. And then there is the only thing I see that's missing from here is this big like gun, but it's still really cool. It's in great shape, so it's something that can be fixed. Put that there. Move over here. We've got some Toy Biz figures, which I went ahead and left them in there. I know they're newer than the 70s stuff, but still a lot of kids grew up in the 90s and they had the X-Men. We've got a big Wolverine. We've got, here's a Juggernaut. And a Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom's getting ready to become an important part of the MCU. So we've got Dr. Doom. We've even got some Batman in here. Here's a Bruce Wayne figure, Kenner. And he's hanging out with this little Godzilla, which...
Bruce Wayne's the one that comes with the Batmobile. Or the back of the coupe.
The Bat Coupe, there you go. We don't have his coupe, but we have Bruce. So if there's a coupe out there that's missing a Bruce, maybe we can put them together. And then this Sectaurs figure's seen better days, but still I wanted to show you. I mean, it's cool. I'm sorry, if I find an 80s figure, I buy it even if it's busted, especially when it's at a garage sale and it's, you know, affordable. So anyway, this is a Sectaurs figure. Going on to some oddities. This, and I have never seen this before in my life, and I can tell it's missing pieces, but this is a Centurion gun, which is cool. My guess is that the lights either blink or they both come on. So anyway, it's a Centurion gun. It's obviously missing pieces, but it's very cool. It's very cool. For all you people that love Imperial, I love Imperial too. The Imperial dinosaurs, all of those wonderful toys that we can use with our Mo2 collection. Well, here's an Imperial elephant. And he's cool enough that we'll let him join the Masters of the Universe, and maybe we can put somebody on top of him. So maybe Beastman will ride the elephant. Along with that, we've got this Imperial dinosaur, this big Stegosaurus. There's something cool about Imperial. I think one of the things I like about these old dinosaurs is that back in the day, you can tell that they really carved and sculpted these, and a lot of them nowadays, some of the stuff is cut out with machines. This was all hand cut out. There's irregular designs, and that's what I like about it. I've always liked the older toys and the way they look, and you can just kind of think about how they were able to literally design, you know, sculpt all this stuff. It's very cool. I like it. So we got this Stegosaurus. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with him. He's going on the ground. Here's the Triceratops. And again, these are Imperial, and what's cool about them is they have the big Imperial logo on the bottom of them. In fact, this elephant, I was looking at him and I said, is it Imperial? I was looking, didn't see anything here, and it's the writing's underneath on the neck. So that's pretty cool. I'm putting some things on the ground because I need to move stuff. This one, I don't think it's Imperial. If you guys know exactly what it is, it's definitely from that same era, and it definitely works for me with any of my Motu or Black Star or anything like that. This would be a great diorama piece. It's just this really cool monster. I can see He-Man standing over here and this big monster coming. It's very cool. Again, I can't read any markings on it, so I can't say that it's Imperial, but it's definitely from that era. And I've got this other piece that I thought was Imperial as well. And I thought it was a fire dragon, which would have been crazy if you guys collect Remco figures. A fire dragon is very rare, and it was so colorful that it just freaked me out when I opened the box and saw this really cool creature in there. And I said, well, this sucker's going in my collection. And it does not say Imperial on it. Again, it just has, what does it say, made in Hong Kong? It's hard to tell. It's kind of blurry, but it's very cool. And I hope you can see the colors. The vibrant green and the red eyes go together to make this really awesome dinosaur creature. So, looking around, I'm trying to make sure that I don't miss anything on the table. If I do, I'm not trying to intentionally. I know that, again, there's turtles. I picked them up. Here is, it looks like a Trendmasters Mecha Godzilla. I love Trendmasters. I was a big fan of them in the 90s. What I liked about Trendmasters is you not only got the bendable ones, but you had the articulated ones. And so these are awesome. So besides that, let me look and see. Most of the table's covered. I think this is a newer, actually this is a newer Clayface. So they must have had a grandkid that came in. There was actually some newer figures, and I thought I'd pulled them all out, but this is a really cool Clayface. So we're looking at that, and it's.
You haven't shown any of the Ghostbusters.
Oh, haven't showed
the Slimer.
Oh, that's why I was leaving Slimer. I was going, hey, see, we've got Slimer here, and the reason I left Slimer out is because besides Slimer and the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, I love the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I think they should have made a bigger one back in the day because he got so giant. I think you should have been able to get like a supersized Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. That would have been very cool.
Shogun Stay Puft.
Yeah, a Shogun Stay Puft. Well, anyway, I got this other container here. Again, just part of what I got from that sale. There's some containment units and ghost traps that obviously go to the firehouse, which at this time I do not have, but I have made contact and I'm trying to see if I can get those items, because that would be great. I don't know the name of all these ghosts, but here's, I think this is the one-eyed or whatever. This is very cool. You know what this is called?
No.
This is cool.
Somebody can post in the comments.
Yes, post in the comments if you know what that one's. And guess what? I've got another Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. It makes two Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And let's not forget the actual Ghostbusters. So we've got Winston. Well, I don't know where, I'll just lay him down. This is an original Ray. And they're all in really good shape. Look at this one. I think this is from the Scared Heroes or whatever. Fright Heroes. I think I got that wrong too. So if you know, write it in the comments. And Peter. Hello, Peter. Well, hello, Tony. This is very cool. So we got a bunch of really, there's some Ghost, really cool. The cool thing I was really excited about, and there's like, I think almost every one of these Ghostbusters will have a nice gun. Usually they're broke. And for some reason, these are not broke. So I'm excited to have those. These, of course, do not belong in here, but there is some newer stuff. This is from the Joker movie that Christopher Nolan made, and I'm sure this is a newer Joker too. So again, like I said, there were some grandkids that kind of threw their stuff into these tubs as well. And here's a ghost that needs a haircut. But anyway, that's another batch of stuff. So I don't want to make this video too long because there's so many things here, and you guys can look at them. We're going to get some nice close-up shots so that you can see what's in the layout here. And but I did want to leave with some major items that I found. Like I said, the day that I went to this sale was the day that Hulk Hogan passed away, and the lady was coming from down the attic. She was coming from the attic, and she was carrying this. And I said, oh my goodness. And this is a talking Hulk Hogan. It's been open, but it still had its box. So, and I haven't pulled the pull string. It probably doesn't talk anymore, but I guess we could pull it if I can get my hand around it. Let's see if I can hold it and pull it at the same time. Hulkamaniac, hey, it even talks. So here's Hulk, and Hulk had a friend that came down the ladder with him as well, and this was the Talking Ultimate Warrior. So these were incredible pieces. I was just like, she looked at me and said, you think you might want these? And I said, put them on the pile. Anyway, this is such a great find that I wanted to share it with you. And like I said, this is only part of what I found, but we'll leave with something really cool. And this was like crazy because I just couldn't believe it was there, but here it was, and he's sitting, and he was perfect. He's only got one of his little arm chains, but it's a My Pet Monster. Hello, Tony. I'm a My Pet Monster. And I don't know why you're talking in a British monster accent. But I got a My Pet Monster, and he got one of his cuffs. So I looked and I looked and I looked through every box they had trying to find the other cuff, but like I said, he's in really good shape. I've got one of these, but the one I have, a lot of times this gold vinyl that they have on the feet and the hands is usually cracked. It just starts to crack, and I think probably from heat, but this guy is in good shape. So, and now he's standing in front of me. Hey, are you gonna do the rest of this video? Oh, I don't know. Now see, that's probably a better voice for him. I'm just here to be your friend. So anyway, I got this My Pet Monster. I wanted to sign off with him, and we may do a video where we go more in depth. I'd like to more in depth on exactly, because besides the My Pet Monster, I think there were some smaller different versions of My Pet Monster, and I think there was even some different monsters if I remember right, but this was the starting piece, the big My Pet Monster. So, and I don't even think anybody played with him. His teeth are all shiny. There's no scrapes. Anyway, we're going to put him down on the ground. And I think that's about all for this video. I hope you've enjoyed running through all of these toys with me. And remember, if you like what you see, please go like and subscribe, and that helps the channel. And also, I'm not wearing it, and I told myself I was going to wear it, but there is merch at TeePublic, and if you go in there, you can click, and you can buy a Toy Tony shirt, and then we can all wear Toy Tony shirts together. So, anyway, until next time, remember, you're never too old to love toys. I'm Toy Tony, and we'll talk to you very soon.